There is no way in hell Punk said what exactly I heard him say. No way. Absolute no way for him to use that line. Boys and girls, listen, I wasn't planning to make this video. Yeah, after what happened last night with Real Madrid, I went straight to sleep, fam. I was like, bro, I'm not staying up, bro. I'm not staying up to Raw. And so I rewatched Raw this morning, and I wasn't, as I said, my intention with with these videos, the wrestling videos, is I was intending to make it after each PPV. I wasn't going to make it after each Raw and each Smackdown. That wasn't the intention. But after what I heard him say, I want to talk about it. I want to release my feelings, you know what I mean? My thoughts about it. So this is my Raw review of what happened last night. If you watched it as well, put down in the comment section what you guys make of it. And yeah, man, listen, like the video. Hype as well. Subscribe to the channel. You guys are showing this channel a lot of love. And of course, comment your own thoughts. We're going to talk about the show, the whole show as a whole, before we get to what I want to talk about, the main event, basically, between Roman and between CM Punk. The Vision started the show, and it was good. I liked the opening segment, I can't lie. You had Paul Heyman just crashing out because the fans start singing and start chanting Seth Rollins theme song, and you could tell, by the way, that Seth was coming out. You had Austin on the mic, which, to be fair, he was dropping some nice little promos. You know what I mean? Some hitters. It was okay. It was better than what I've heard from Austin before. Logan got his moment as well, and then Paul Heyman was basically saying, "Listen, he stole the credit. It was my idea. This and that." Then the Moss people came out, and then you could tell, by the way. And then, of course, the Shield style with the chair at the back of him. And then what did Seth do? He, of course, by the way, I can't show you more than 7 seconds because of copyright. But then, of course, stomped on. Come on, man. Poor Heyman, man. The guy's in the 70s, man. The guy's in the 70s, bro. Like, Seth, why are you doing this, brother? Look at him. The guy's in the 70s. Why am I laughing as well? But I like what happened at the back. The back segment was nice. Of course, Jimmy appeared. And then LA Knight, was driving them in the ambulance. The thing is, usually what we get to see with the Vision and how they start each role, this is actually not bad. Like, I like the storyline with Seth. Seth is yet to say a single word. I like the fact, by the way, Seth, he's not dressing in his usual gimmick, some random weird stuff. He's serious. His hair is serious. He's serious. He's not saying a single word. I can't lie. This is the Seth that I want to see. I don't like to see the nonsense Seth. The locked-in Seth is what I want to see. But the opening segment was nice. It was cool. Then we had Gunther versus Dragon Lee. I can't lie. This fight itself, I like the fight. It was good. It was fun. Dragon Lee deserves a lot of respect, by the way. He deserves a lot of more flowers, bro. Hey, we need to appreciate what this Donny can do in the ring. Because in terms of in-ring, I felt like Yaya there. In terms of in-ring, he might be one of the best in the business, fam. Like, by the way, Gunther as well. Both of them are very good in-ring. And that's why this fight itself was very, very good. I like the ending as well. You don't want to make... I like the fact that WWE respect Dragon Lee that much that they didn't pin him cleanly. The fact that he took off his mask and then got pinned, then that means, you know what? We're not trying to bury just Dragon Lee. We're trying to give him his respect. Gunther, of course, will win regardless. I wasn't expecting anything else. But I like the fact that they didn't let him win cleanly. That's something good about Dragon Lee. That's just about the game. Then we had Then we had the segment of AJ. I don't know, man. Listen, I like AJ, innit? I like AJ, but this segment, it wasn't, like, it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't that calm. The open challenge is interesting. Like, this, by the way, this I didn't expect, because I thought they would run it again, especially with what we saw online about the referee suing and then Becky was suing. I thought we're gonna see maybe a three-way, I don't know how. But this open challenge is actually interesting because now what they're saying, forget Becky. Becky will probably go with her storyline with the referee, and we're gonna give AJ a completely different storyline. And then that to me was interesting. That to me, I would prefer that than run it back with Becky for the fourth time. Just fries, bro. Then we got to oh Allah, I don't give a single yeah about this grand emirate nonsense, bro. Fries. This, hey, Liv. I don't know if you guys don't know. Okay, you guys are new to my WWE content and my thoughts. Hey, I'm a fan of Liv. I am a fan of Liv Morgan. Whether that is the wrestler herself or whether that is the way she is herself. Now, I'm a fan of her. Liv Morgan, for me, is top tier. She's a superstar. Superstar. This promo, good promo. Very good promo by Liv. Very good promo. This, fries. Fries, right now, put some chicken tenders as well. Put a garlic sauce as well. Put a nice little barbecue sauce as well. I ain't trying to see this. I don't care about Maxine. I don't care about Natty. I don't care, brother. Even though it's not that bad. Rusev versus Oba. Rusev came out annoyed and said, Oba, if you've got any sort of balls, cojones, come out right now. You think Oba's not going to accept that challenge, brother? Of course he is. Of course he is. Oba came out. They had a nice little moment. Of course, Oba standing tall, got knocked him out. And then we got confirmed that it's going to be Oba versus Rusev next week on Raw, which is going to be a good fight, to be fair. I don't want Oba to go with Rusev because I want Oba at WrestleMania. That Oba at WrestleMania is a must. Is an absolute must. I don't know what they're trying to do with him. Or they're trying to beef with Rusev, make it part 1 and then part 2, and then Rusev somehow wins, and then make it the final fight at WrestleMania. I wanted him to take the open challenge with Brock, fam. Bro, Oba versus Lesnar, that's what I'm trying to see. That's what I wanted him. But listen, I can't complain. As long as I see Oba, more Oba minutes, more Oba screen time, especially him at WrestleMania, that's what I'm trying to see. Then we got, again, Bayley. I don't care, bro. What's this? So I don't watch, to be fair, I don't watch AEW, even though I need to start watching it, because apparently I've got a couple of friends that tells me this is way better. But listen, then we got to see both Logan and Austin came out annoyed, said that they dropped the promo, we're some of the good guys, this and that. Then they went to then Jimmy came out and then Jay came out, and then them two had, hey, by the way. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to what's going on. If you think the men's side is drama, the women's side is even more drama. Rhea and Jade was going back and forth on Twitter. Jade said something which pissed off Rhea. Rhea then posted an IG story, which she deleted couple hours later. She must have been told, yo, hell no. But you look at every superstar, every wrestling superstar, you had Green, what's her name again? I don't like her anyway. Green, somewhere, I forgot her name, fam. And a little bodyguard. They all went towards Jade, fam. They hate Jade. But what Jade was saying, I can't lie, what Jade was saying, I liked it. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen this Smackdown between Jade and Rhea for the first time, going face to face. That's going to be fun. But we got to see, so the winner of this match is going to face AJ. What personally I would want, who's going to give her a good fight? Lyra's going to give her a good fight. I like Lyra in terms of in-ring. In terms of what she does, in terms of his mic, fries. Bayley, fries. Of course, she's the GOAT. She can make anyone look great. I don't know. I like Raquel, but I don't know if Raquel can give her a good fight. Fries as well. Oscar's not bad as well. I would maybe give it to either the GOAT, for me, GOAT, or Lyra. Then, of course, it got confirmed that this is going to happen next week. And then I like the fact that Penta won, by the way. Thank God Penta won. I like Dirty Dom. Dom, he's my guy. But bro, Donny was injured and he still held the Intercontinental, fam. That made zero sense. I like the fact Penta won it. Now Penta can do his thing, or maybe they're gonna do a freeway and then add Finn in it, because Finn was basically saying, yo, why are we defending him? You know, why are we defending him? Let him do his thing. And now, of course, we're gonna see, which was supposed to happen 6 months ago, about a year. Bro, we've seen Dom and Finn have that little altercation, have that disagreement for the past year. Finally, we're gonna see something from it. So I'm sure we're gonna see something next week. But the main event was what happened at the end. Roman Reigns. All right, baby. OTC, put your fingers up. Put your fingers up on OTC. First, they had a nice little back and forth. The back and forth was Punk interrupted Roman straight away so after he said, Louisiana, acknowledge me. And boom, before he was about to say his next word, CM Punk interrupted him. That pissed off Roman Reigns. Then Punk was saying, brother, listen, you're here for a couple minutes, fam. You're here for a couple episodes. Yeah, you're not going to come here and say, oh, acknowledge me. Say something more useful, fam. If you want to say acknowledge me, just tweet it out. Then, of course, Roman, I don't know if you guys saw Roman's tweet yesterday about Punk. He said, oh, did it hurt my feelings? By the way, when he calls him Phil, I like it. I like when he calls him Phil. Just get a little personal with it. Get a little personal, not too personal. Put the govy out. You know what I mean? Put the govy out. Then, I like this line, to be fair. I like this line. He said, yo, do you see my eyes, fam? Do you see why I'm tired? I'm knackered. It's because I have to carry your bullshit for the past 7 weeks when you're not even here. I like that as well. I like that. Nice little back and forth. Nice little back and forth. And then, of course, Roman, hey, I can't lie. When he said that bar, I was laughing. When he said this bar, hey, I don't have a problem with anyone staying with their mums, fam. You know what I mean? I stay with my parents till the age of 28, fam. Whoa. 18. I meant 18, not 28. I meant 18. I said, I'm planning to stay till I'm 28. But anyway, that was a nice little bar. Punk then said, Roman then, of course, was saying, brother, what are you talking about? Mentioned the back room. No one likes you, especially my cousin. You hang out with my cousin, ain't doing something. But then, yeah, this is nice. You're not CM Punk. You're just a haha. I like that as well. I like that. If you guys, I think he said the same thing, if I remember correctly, to John Cena as well, back in the day, where John and Roman, this is early, by the way. This is like early Roman. This is dog. You know what I mean? This is big dog. This wasn't the Tribal Chief era. This wasn't the OTC era. This was the dark era. Yeah? This is before his mic skills got better. He said the same thing to Cena. But this is the part which I was stunned. I couldn't believe it. If you guys don't know, of course, Roman's dad passed away. Even I believe his grandfather, like the past couple months, because it appeared on Raw, of course. That to me is crazy. The fact that you're mentioning his dad dying, which of course hurt him, because Roman's come out multiple times in interviews that hurt me. I was close to him, this and that. The fact that he said, I'm going to bury you next to your father, I couldn't believe it. I'll give you my thoughts, and then, of course, yeah, listen. First of all, I don't know if that shit is scripted or not, because Roman is so good in his facial expressions. His facial expressions, for me, is top tier. For me, he's one of the best ever. One of the best ever. The way he does with his mark, and just everything about his expressions is top tier. Is all-timer. When Punk left, like, hold on. Yeah, after, they're not showing it. After he left, Punk was saying, what the F did you just say to me? Which made you think, and even I saw a clip of Roman leaving after the Raw was done, leaving the ring, going to the backstage, and bro, he was stunned. I don't know if that's acting, or I don't know if, bro, that's real. Part of me, I'm like 70% sure it's real. It's acting. I'm pretty sure that line, it was accepted by the producers and by Roman and by Triple H, of course. I think that was accepted. That to me, I'm 70% sure. The question is though, if you're gonna mention his dad, Punk, you better be ready for your whole family and your dog, Larry. Hey, let's not forget about Larry. Let's not forget about Larry. Your whole family is being mentioned. Bro, Roman is going to mention your alcoholic dad, yeah, your mother who, she's got her own situation, your brother as well, which I heard him and his brother's got his own issues. Punk, after you mention his deceased father, Roman's gonna mention your deceased dog, fam. And probably he's gonna mention his wife as well, AJ. So you've just opened up another lane. Okay, not him, but of course the producers. WWE has opened up another lane. The question is, Roman is not scheduled to appear next week. His next appearance is 2 weeks from now. Roman cannot appear next week. So for me, there's two things in mind. The first thing is he's actually not going to appear next week. And what's going to happen next week is we're going to see Jimmy come out, Jay come out, and basically say, yo, what you said last week, hell no. If you want to go a Roman, you can do your thing. I don't care. But don't mention, hey, that's my uncle, fam. Yeah, don't mention my uncle. Because technically, of course, they're cousins. Don't mention my uncle because that's bloodline. That's family. Yeah? And then they're going to have their own moment. So they want to spark up the storyline because Roman is not scheduled officially to appear next week. Or Roman might make a surprise appearance, but not actually in ring. He might just attack Punk at the back and basically say, don't ever mention my family at the back. Technically, that's not appearing in the ring. It's just appearing off. But I don't know, something about that. Because you can't not have it somewhat related to this next week, because we can't wait 2 more weeks for Roman to say what he want to say. I can't lie, if Roman makes a surprise appearance next week, that's going to be insane. But what I think is going to happen, realistically, what I think is going to happen is I think it's going to be Jay and Jimmy. We might see the final boss, fam. We might see something. I think it's going to be something about the bloodline coming out and saying, don't you ever mention family, don't you ever mention my uncle or something like that. Maybe it's going to be Solo, maybe it's going to be Jacob Fights, something like that. Someone's going to come out and basically chat to Punk and say, don't mention family. You understand? Because because Roman is not technically going to appear next week. But I can't lie. The first segment for me was the best. It was one of the best I've seen. This segment, it was good. Nowhere near the first for me. If I had to give rankings on who won what, the first one, I felt Roman won it. For me, that I will edge it to Roman. Even though it was very close, Punk had some nice little liners, but for me, Roman won the first one. This one, Roman, I feel like stumbled on his words a couple times, and especially the NXT part where he said, "I'm gonna send you to NXT, and then you're gonna train those people for me to beat." He stumbled on that, but even though it was a cold line. People are gonna say, "Well, we're gonna edge it to CM Punk off the line," but low key, I felt what Roman said throughout the whole promo, it was actually not that bad. Of course, you're going to edge it to Punk after what he said at the end, which is crazy. I still can't believe what he said. For me, that to me is still a madness to me. It's still a madness, but it's going to be confirmed. Anyway, the thing is, how many more weeks of this? Because we're technically how many more weeks till 5 weeks, 6 weeks to WrestleMania? So I'm trying to think of how many more times of this can they do? How many promos can they do back and forth? And now, because you've opened up the father part, you're going to get personal now. So Roman's going to mention the dog. Roman's going to mention your family, your wife probably. And I've heard people say, this is too far. Roman didn't mention technically Cody, when him and Rhodes was going back and forth, he mentioned Dusty Rhodes, fam. You know what I mean? And bro, this doesn't even feel like it's Triple H, fam. This feels like Vince, fam. This is some Vince nonsense, because back in the day, we got to see that a lot with Eddie Guerrero, with Randy. So this is some Vince nonsense. This ain't even Triple H. So I'm surprised they even allowed it. This line is crazy, especially in this era of this is a crazy line. But I can't lie, I'm going to give this Raw a very good rating. I like the matches. I like the promos, the initial segment, everything. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. I think the road to WrestleMania is starting off good. It's not too... It's not predictable. Like I'm not predict. I'm like I kind of felt Pence was gonna win. The AJ surprised me. The open challenge, like the vision, Seth coming back is good, but I want to see what happens next with that. So far, I'm liking it. This Raw is good. The Smackdown coming up is going to be very interesting with Rhea and Jade. But I'm not going to be doing this. I'm only going to be doing these Raw reviews or Smackdown reviews after if something crazy happens. But the plan is to make it after each PPV. If you guys are enjoying it, by the way, because I had a lot of messages, you guys enjoying the wrestling content. If you guys enjoying it, let me know down in the comment section if you want more of these consistently. Of course, drop a like, put down in the comment section what you guys made of Raw yourself. And of course, I'll see you soon with another episode. Peace.